So when is the best time to send an email? In today's video, I'm going to talk about the best times to send email for e-commerce, but also for other kinds of emails that you might send as well. So let's get into it. Hey, I'm Rod. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, thanks for joining in. Today, I want to talk about the best times to send emails for e-commerce, but also for other kinds of emails that you might want to send too. And I'm going to give you 5 tips. So tip number 1 is to consider your audience. If you're sending an email to your boss and you know that they only get in at 9:30 in the morning and they've got a ton of emails, then it might be a good idea to actually schedule your email to get delivered to them at 9:30 as they go to sit down. If you work with clients who are overseas, perhaps in a different time zone, then it might be a good idea to schedule the emails to go at a time where they're more likely to read them rather than late at night. And just in general, I'd say it's probably not a great idea to send emails on weekends. Because I don't know about you, but I don't ever read my emails on the weekends. Now, when it comes to e-commerce, I'm continually referring to this study that was done by Send in Blue in February of 2022. They analyzed a whole bunch of user data by industry to figure out when's the best time to send an email if you're in an e-commerce business. And here's what they found. The best day to send an email campaign is on a Tuesday or a Thursday at 10 a.m. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, there were the greatest number of opens of the emails. And Wednesday was the day where there was the greatest number of click-throughs. Weekdays was always the most engagement. And another good time to send an email, regardless of the industry, was 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon on a weekday. So what that means is it's usually a really good idea to pre-schedule your email so that it goes at one of those ideal times. I'll show you how you can take advantage of that in Klaviyo. So I've just created a sample campaign here. Let's go to the review, and then we go to schedule or send. And here you can either send the campaign now or you can schedule it. So let's choose the time 10 a.m. Now you can do that in the recipient's local time zone. And there's just one little note about that. If you are sending emails to a segment that is dynamic and constantly being updated, if you use this feature, then the snapshot of the segment will be taken at the time that you schedule this email. If you instead send it at, let's say, Sydney time, you have this option here to determine the recipients at send time. So the members of the segment will be evaluated at the time that the message is sent so that it's up to date. Now, where that might be important is if you're doing a campaign resend. So if you are wanting to only resend a campaign to those who haven't already opened it, and you're using a segment that's dynamic to determine who you're going to send the message to, then ideally you'd want to determine who the recipients are at send time if you've scheduled that email a couple of days ahead of time. You can also schedule messages within flows in Klaviyo as well. So if we look at this example here, we're saying delay until a specific time of the day, 11 a.m. in the recipient's local time zone. And you can even go so far as to delay it until specific days of the week. So we can untick the boxes for the days where we don't want that message to be sent. Are you finding this information useful? If it is, I'd really like it if you hit the like button. Thanks for that. Now let's get on with it. You can also test sending messages at different times to see which ones work the best. You can do this pretty easily in an existing flow. So firstly, you set up a conditional split with a random sample of 50%. And then we'll clone this delay, put that over there. And we'll change this one to 4 hours. And then we'll connect it to this message here. But I've just realized that won't allow you to see the analytics. So what you want to do is duplicate or clone this one. So I have a 2-hour wait that side, 4-hour wait that side, and then you can have a look at your analytics once you've got sufficient data through and see which ones have got the best open rates, click rates, ordered products to decide what's the ideal time to wait. Now you may want to ignore the usual advice, which is to send emails during weekdays in e-commerce if there are some specific holidays on, such as Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or New Year's sales, or Boxing Day sales, or anything like that. When people are more likely to be online shopping, you might want to make your emails for those specific periods to be sent on the weekends. So that's it for this video. I can't remember if I've actually provided 5 key points. Hopefully I did. If you found this information useful, please go ahead and hit the like button, click subscribe. If there's any other kind of content that you'd like me to produce, if you've got any other questions about how you can do better, especially when it comes to e-commerce and email marketing, then drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback. That's it for today's video, and I'll catch you in the next one.